It's my pleasure to introduce you to Career Street, probably the most promising project to come to Erie County in the last 17 years around education and workforce development and career education. Born out of conversations by chamber members, Erie Together Team 2 and the School to Career Partnership around workforce issues and career planning, Career Street will manage partnerships between educators, nonprofits, and the business community. It'll provide a comprehensive program of activities and services that will help youth understand the value of work, explore a variety of careers, and learn how to get a job and keep a job. The marquee product of Career Street will be an online searchable database that will match employers with educators and nonprofits to provide high-quality career exploration activities for youth across Erie County. Experiences like job shadows and internships, field trips or company tours, guest speakers or career day participants, or help with a career club or a career camp. As a member of the business community, what are we asking you to do to help with Career Street? First, decide to give your company and give your company's time. Then, register your company on careerstreeterie.org. Once you're registered, we're ready to help youth across Erie County make better career plans and better career decisions. Hope to see you on Career Street sometime soon. On behalf of the Chamber, we'd like to thank Dale McBriar, Mary Beulah and the United Way, Ann Scott and Erie Insurance, the Erie County Technical School, and the Chamber's Ben Pratt and Erie Community Foundation for helping get Career Street off the ground.
We set out this year to improve access to high-quality, affordable health care in Erie, particularly around chronic conditions like diabetes and asthma, which tend to drive cost. Working with community partners like Erie Insurance, we've been able to, with the Community Foundation, develop content for the Vital Signs website, which employers can now use to look at data specific to Erie County. Your employees can download the Individual and Family Toolkit, and as an employer, you can download your own employer toolkit to compare your wellness program. Your employees can download the Individual and Family Toolkit, or we can deliver copies to your worksite at no cost. In January, we'll report the results of our primary care capacity and demand study, along with recommendations for the next 5 years that should help to improve access to primary care, the more affordable way to access care in Erie County. And in the spring, we'll bring forward content and comparative data for your use around asthma and COPD, two other chronic conditions that drive increased use and cost in Erie County.
Everybody in Erie County should be excited about what's happening in economic development right now. First, many of you know about the Erie Inland Port Initiative. That continues to move forward and develop under the leadership of John Elliott. Second, we have the Innovation Collaborative project going on right now, which is going to look at new ways we can increase the overall entrepreneurial activity in the region, and that's being led by the Tech Council with a lot of other partners throughout the region. The third is a new initiative which is going to look at the supply chain for natural gas and transportation equipment throughout the 8-county region of Northwest Pennsylvania, with a vision of how can we best take advantage of the assets we already have here. And then finally, there's Destination Erie and the Economy and Workforce Work Group, which is going to develop long-term points on the horizon that we're going to strive to meet to help grow our economy and grow a first-class workforce here in the region. All of those activities have me very excited that the region's not sitting on its hands. It's looking forward and it's taking action to make our future our own. The Chamber's role in the overall economic development system is to be first and foremost a connector for you, the business leaders. You need to focus on running your business, making money, taking care of your customers and your employees. What you don't need to do is waste time trying to figure out if there's a tool or a resource out there that could help you grow your business or address a challenge. That's what we're paid to do. That's what we love doing. And so what we need you to do is pick up the phone and contact us so we can get to work doing it. The second is we coordinate the economic development, workforce development delivery system in Northwest Pennsylvania, but more specifically in Erie County. We want to make sure that we're all working together, that we're not developing programs that are redundant with one another. The third is we're an information disseminator. Every day people are contacting us looking for information to help grow their business or work on an initiative that could help make the Erie region more competitive. And there's one thing I'd like everyone to do, that whether they be a chamber member or a community member, is not hesitate to pick up the phone and call us and ask us for assistance.
The Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership is working with Destination Erie to develop a regional identity, collaborate assets, meet the economic, socio, and environmental challenges of the 21st century, and working with regional plans of sustainable development, provide people with the opportunity who are applying for federal and state funding to get bonus points and award points if their projects get identified in this type of planning process. So it's really important that we make sure that the projects in this community are identified through this planning process. We're entering into the third phase of Destination Erie, where we identify the big projects that transform the region for the next century to come, for the next generation. You can get involved by going to www.planeerieregion.com, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and make sure you attend any meeting invitation that you get so that we make sure we track your input in the planning process.
Terry Cavanaugh, CEO of Erie Insurance Group, commenting at the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership's Celebration of Excellence.
It's to celebrate again the great entrepreneurs and business leadership we have in the community here. It's also an opportunity to hear from somebody from outside the territory to talk about what a global perspective looks like. And it's an idea to network to be able to build businesses and community leadership.
Lorenzo Simonelli, President and CEO of GE Transportation.
The Erie Chamber is terrific for the community, and also my hat's off to them that they've been able to pull together the business community, discussing the challenges we face, discussing how we solve them. Doing it together as a partnership is critical, and events like these allow us to actually go through those issues and see how we confront them together. We've got need for education, need for expertise, a skill set, and those are the issues that we discuss at events like this, and I'm very proud to be a member of the Erie Chamber.
Beer on the Bay is probably one of the most, if not the most fun event that the Regional Chamber puts on. This event attracts people from all over the country, as well as people from Canada. It's a lot of fun to walk around and meet these folks who have traveled in, hear what they think about our community. Over and over again, you hear that it is the best venue and one of the best events of this type in the country, which is nice to hear in Erie, Pennsylvania. The VIP tent in particular has outstanding craft beers from really all over, but it's fun to see how many of these great quality beers are made right here in Erie or in this region. Lavery Brewing, Erie Brewing, Voodoo, Southern Tier are a couple that come to mind that are just within a short drive or right in our own hometown, putting on and putting together some very high quality beers. Beer in this country is where wine was in the 1980s. People are starting to really understand what a great craft beer can be, how it can pair with food, what kind of quality of beer can be produced and is being produced. And these beers are winning medals all over the world. This venue allows you to come to one place, taste beers, as if you were touring on a wine tasting from vineyard to vineyard without getting in your car and driving from vineyard to vineyard to vineyard. It's beautiful, it's on the waterfront, it's always a very enjoyable day. I would encourage anybody who hasn't been to one of these types of events, who's thinking about learning more about great beers, to attend to this event. It's a lot of fun, it's a great education. As you walk around and talk to people, the economic impact of this event becomes evident. They're staying at the hotels, they're eating at the local restaurants, they're really taking an opportunity to see what Erie has to offer in addition to the time they're spending out on the sunshine, on the waterfront, tasting some really great beers.
I wanted to let everyone know that after I attended one of my first chamber events, I felt this general consensus that everyone made me feel we're all in this together and we're here to help each other. Not only have I made some wonderful contacts and connections by attending these events, but I have in turn been able to connect other businesses and individuals that do make a good link if I don't make a good link with someone. I find that Being in Erie, if you own or manage a business, you quickly realize you need to network in this community to make it. These chamber after-hour events are exactly what we do. It's a great opportunity to do the networking that's needed in our city. When you go to these events, you get to meet all the managers and business owners one-on-one, so you really get to know their business beyond the name of their business and what they really do. And then in return, I get to tell them about what our business does as well, which that's just networking at its best. I find all the events are very fun. There's great food and beverages, but then you also on a monthly basis get to tour whoever sponsored the event, which is really cool. I know, just like everyone else, I am pulled and pushed in 20 billion different directions and my plate is overloaded every day. But I've really tried to take a step back and see what is the biggest advantage for me on the events that I attend. And I've prioritized these chamber after-hour events and I make them a must attend.
We renovated Peak and Peak, all 109 rooms, and spent about $2.5 million doing that. And we wanted to figure out a way to showcase that. And we considered having our own party, but really the Chamber After Hours allowed us an opportunity to get a group of engaged members, people in our community, leaders in our community, really to come and see what we had to offer. At the same time, they were networking at a great event for the Chamber. So. We were going to have our own party, and we thought, you know, what might be better is if we team up with the Chamber on an after hours and get hundreds of people to show up, which they did, and enjoy all the renovations. And we had great food and entertainment, and it was just a wonderful event to showcase our facility, but not only that, to get business leaders throughout our community to see what we had done at the Peak and all the great changes that we had been making. And so they could go back and tell all their friends about it and their family and their fellow workers as well. But in addition, it was just a great time. And although the Peak is a little bit of a drive, we still, with the Chamber's help, got hundreds of people to make that drive and enjoy what was probably one of the best after hours they've had all year. And so it was a really great event for us, and coupling and working with the Chamber was a big advantage. The team at the Chamber was really great to work with. It was very well organized. The sales team that we have worked really well with the Chamber staff to make sure that when people got there, they got a name tag, they knew where everything was. We had a tour around the facility in an effort to get them to see it, and we gave away some really great door prizes. We were able to make some announcements and talk to the group there a bit. And so overall, it was much better than we could have done on our own. Using the Chamber staff, using their membership list, and getting all those people engaged and networking at Peak and Peak was a real advantage. The ambassador program continues to grow and get better and better. We host a group at our water park, Splash Lagoon. We're able to tell them about Splash Lagoon, its impact on our community. Not only that, but all of tourism. So John Oliver and myself get together and talk about the impact that tourism has on our community and how important it is. We get to do a really cool tour, not only of the water park, but the behind the scenes, and do some networking, and there's a lot of questions and answers. And I think the ambassador program is fantastic. It gets people in leadership positions throughout the organizations in Erie to come together and learn about what makes Erie such a special place. And I think the facilitation of that through the Chamber has been excellent. And it's a program that needs to continue. We have a whole bunch of ambassadors now out there talking about Erie and understanding Erie, because I think a lot of people who grow up in Erie and live in Erie oftentimes won't learn all there is to know about the region. And this ambassador program really gives that opportunity for people, and the Chamber does a great job with it.
I've had the honor and the pleasure of being board chair for the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership since the summer of 2011. When I was asked to take over the Chamber by Russ Warner and Jim Dybel, I gladly accepted. I think the Erie Regional Chamber is the premier organization in our region, in Erie County, as far as bringing businesses together, bringing individuals together. There's so many different areas and so many different things we look at, are involved with, I should say, at the Chamber. Economic development run by Jake Rao, which is so critical to the success of the region. The business retention programs we do. We go out and see customers and see companies, I should say, on a regular basis, from the traditional chamber business, which we do so well, and also from the growth partnership area. All three of those divisions are critical to Erie County and to the Erie region. The growth partnership area, we look at transformational issues, the most important issues for Erie for today, and not only just for today, but for tomorrow as well. We try to get that information out to our growth partnership members, try to discuss it, ask the key questions, vet it, and come up with some solutions. One of the key reasons to be a chamber member is you not only celebrate Erie, it's the contacts you make from the other members in the community, the other business leaders. There's so many opportunities to network, to share ideas, to build relationships, and I think those are the things that sets chambership apart from some other groups. I hope all of you, as I do, see the value of being a member of the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership. I would ask that you ask other businesses to please become members of the Erie Regional Chamber. Barb Chafee, we are really lucky and happy to have Barb Chafee as our CEO. I was on the search committee that brought Barb to Erie in April of 2011, and we feel we have great leadership with Barb. We have a great staff here at the Erie Regional Chamber, and I've been pleased and honored to be the board chair for the last 2.5 years. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jake Rao, and I'm Vice President of the Economic Development Division.
I'm Ben Pratt, Executive Director of the Growth Partnership Division.
Nadine Steffi, Director of Marketing and Communications.
Doug Massey, Director of the Business Action Team.
Susan Ronto, Membership Coordinator.
I'm August Shiava, Vice President of the Chamber Division.
Hi, I'm Linda Robbins, and I am your Financial Officer.
Sabrina Cherko, Director of Research and Grants.
I'm Barbara Chafee, President and CEO, and we are your team at the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership. Thank you all for your continued support.